awards this year. And the first one is to the Great Basin chapter in Nevada. I think the Great Basin chapter is one of our best examples of a small chapter, a really small chapter that does a lot. It is far, far out in the country in Baker, Nevada, which is a wonderful place, but there are not too many people there to enjoy it. But the chapter is there doing great work on restoring Bonneville cutthroat trout. They have done a number of different kinds of restoration projects, and the one number that I really enjoyed was that they've really worked to recover 24 streams, totaling 99 miles of habitat. And certainly one of the best conservationists that you'll ever meet is Don Duff, who's here to accept the TU chapter award, Silver Trout Award to the Great Basin chapter.
Well, thank you very much. The chapter is quite honored to receive this award on its 50th anniversary, and I can say that we're a small chapter. We cover a large area, probably 50,000 square miles in 5 counties in western Utah in the desert and 3 counties in eastern Nevada in the desert. And it's desert land. We don't have many streams, but what streams we have are very valuable. And we have native cutthroat in it, and we've done a heck of a job in trying to restore it. And all our members, we have quite a few, Native Americans, doctors, lawyers, farmers, ranchers. They're all really great people to work with, and they have a real conservation ethic. And I'm real proud to represent them and accept this award in their behalf. And with me is Bob Dibley, who's the chairman of the Utah Council, which our chapter falls under because we're an interstate chapter covering western Utah and eastern Nevada. And Paul Dremmond's the vice president of the Utah Council Conservation Chair, and also the liaison to our chapter. So we come under the Utah Council, and we're very proud that they're here and can help the chapter in council activities. So again, thank you very much from all the members of the Great Basin chapter, and congratulations to Trout Unlimited, and we're very honored to receive this award. Thank you very much.
The second Silver Trout Award this year will go to the Bellevue Issaquah chapter from Washington. For those of you that aren't familiar with the area, most of the streams around Puget Sound are in, at minimum, suburban areas and possibly urban areas in water reservoirs. And so they suffer the effects of those impacts from the land use practices. And the first time that I went up to that area of Washington and met with Mark Taylor, I'd never actually seen a kokanee in a stream where it was supposed to be. All the kokanee that I'd seen before were in streams where they basically shouldn't have been. So that was an interesting experience to begin with. But after going out with Mark, I realized that there's a good chance that even though these fish are supposed to be in these streams, that there's a high probability that if something's not done in a short period of time, they may not be in any of these streams in the Sammamish Lake watershed. Mark and the chapter, and Mark's been a tremendous leader, also mentioned that he's up for the Field and Stream Heroes of Conservation Award this year. He's one of the finalists. And they've done a tremendous job with Mark starting things out, and then the chapter really becoming engaged and involved. They literally raised thousands of dollars to do everything from habitat restoration with telemetry studies to condition monitoring, and lots of community outreach. They participate in the Salmon Festival. They have a bottled beer that helps to raise some funding for some of the work that's being done. So it's really heightened the awareness in the community, the fact that these fish should be there and that they're disappearing quickly. I mean, Mark can give you some numbers as far as what a dramatic decrease that we've seen over the last few years. Just so, without further ado, Mark Taylor with the Bellevue Issaquah chapter in Washington.
50 years from now, we'll be able to still talk about the Lake Sammamish. As Brian mentioned, it's not a fish, it's not a glamour fish. You'll never catch one on a flyer, hardly ever. But it is our fish, so it's a native fish, and we had 50 fish return this year, 50. And in 2003 we had 3,500. So there's stuff going on that we're trying to figure out, and these scientific studies we're doing, getting the kids involved, getting the kids to take ownership of this fish, and the community take ownership of it. It's really been gratifying. We've really had a lot of support. Unfortunately, the fish aren't feeling it yet. Hopefully we'll be able to get there and keep them going. But to get this award from you guys and get the recognition is great, especially on, again, 50 years, you guys. We've been doing this 50 years, and we've got a lot of work left to do. It's always satisfying. It's never done. Let's keep going. Thanks very much.